It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Maybe we need a laugh this weekend. Sorry, all of the football talk has put me in a bit of a sour mood. So let's up the level of energy and positivity and talk about what looks like a super cute and wonderful movie that's going to hit us in the heart. Hopefully, there it is, Imaginary Friends, and it's got some heavy-hitting names on board, yes. Mr. J.P. Sebastian. So you're going to have to explain to us why just about every Oscar winner in Hollywood is making an appearance.
I believe that John Krasinski has a family member of each in his basement. Or he has dirt on all of these people. He got their browser histories.
He's got something, yeah.
Because, read some of the names for us. Like, you've got Steve Carell,
Ryan Reynolds,
major name.
Louis Gossett Jr., Steve Carell, Emily Blunt, Matt Damon, Maya Rudolph, Jon Stewart, Sam Rockwell, and pretty much every name in there is that level. George Clooney even makes an appearance. And then for good balance, Bradley Cooper and Amy Schumer. Come on.
That's impressive.
Gross.
That's half of them.
And so just to be clear, like those are a lot of them are just cameos. They come to do 2 lines, 1 line, 3 lines, whatever, and then that's that. But Steve Carell, obviously, who previously played Gru from Minions, is a central figure in this. He's
or Michael Scott in The Office.
Yes, that's right. Correct. Are you a big fan of The Office?
Love The Office.
We've got a clip for you later then. But for now, let's have a look at a featurette for Imaginary Friends out in South Africa today.
An if is an imaginary...
Well, looky.
Hi. And when this little girl meets these magical characters, you want to meet them as well.
We have incredible talent playing our ifs.
Blue is played by a up-and-comer named Steve Carell.
I'm blue.
But you're purple.
My kid, well, he was colorblind.
We have Blossom, a dancing butterfly, played by Phoebe Waller-Bridge.
Devilish style, adorable accent. I'm surprised it wasn't obvious.
So are there more of you?
Say no.
Yes.
Lewis is played by the one and only Louis Gossett Jr. I made her audition many times. A unicorn, played by Emily Blunt.
This is just so exciting.
We have Matt Damon, Amy Schumer, Chris Maloney.
I can find anyone, anywhere. Go.
Now, here we go.
Sam Rockwell.
Keegan-Michael Key.
Last week, I just started falling apart.
Sebastian Maniscalco.
I'm paying good cash, and this slime ball's taking up all the time.
Richard Jenkins. Matthew Reese. Bradley Cooper.
Hey! Okay, you saw this. This is my life in a nutshell, okay?
Jon Stewart.
Well, that's not nice. That doesn't make anyone feel good.
Maya Rudolph. George Clooney, Blake Lively, and Aquafina. Undoubtedly the best cast I'll ever work with.
Wow, is this really happening?
Sold.
I want to see this.
Sold. Don't ruin the party.
He is the Grinch.
You hate
Grinch.
children, J.P. Sebastian. Do you dislike children?
I
Is that
have
what's
no
going
children.
on?
I have no imaginary friends. I have no real friends.
Did you ever have an imaginary friend growing
What
up?
was so weird is that I actually adopted my cousin's imaginary friend, Garly Shaw. That makes no sense to
Because
anyone.
you're that kind of guy,
My sister had an imaginary friend, and a new. That was the name.
Did you also try and see on her behalf?
I've never
You were
seen
just
it.
like, you're weird. Go. But it's strange. Do you have any
I
experience?
had many imaginary friends. I lived in my imagination, and I can see it playing out with my son now as well, and my daughter. There's just no end to that. So I think when I was 21, I was still walking home from the pub with my imaginary friend. Okay, but then I was 21 walking home from the pub.
That was your parole officer,
yeah. But buddy, it looks lovely and warm and funny.
And so I'll tell you one of the ways that they pitch it. And so John Krasinski, who previously did what you said traumatized you and what I know gave you a cardio workout, was A Quiet Place.
Yes.
Also with his wife, Emily Blunt, who is just a stupendous actress.
Yeah.
And she's good in whatever she does.
And whatever lane as well. Hey?
She can do whatever she likes, really. He is directing this, and he also wrote this, and really what he wanted to do was do a live-action Pixar. So Pixar, obviously, Inside Out, Toy Story, all that kind of stuff that we're used to. And he tried to Space Jam it in a way. You remember Space Jam was
like a Pokemon detective vibe, like something with a bit of
that's
both.
right.
Yeah,
Detective Pikachu. And this time, obviously, instead of Michael Jordan trying to figure it out with Bugs Bunny, you've got Ryan Reynolds, and they're looking at Steve Carell, who's the big purple thing. So the story being is that you have this young lady, and she's front and center. She lost her mother to sickness, and now, weirdly, statistically improbably, her father, John Krasinski, is also possibly at risk of something. Anyway, you take it as it comes because it's a movie, and maybe people do have these horrifying coincidences. And she is quite alone, lives with her granny, and meets Ryan Reynolds, who lives in the apartment upstairs, wants nothing to do with her, but she's a kid who's curious about who her neighbors are and all that kind of stuff. She finds out, and he finds out, that both of them are like the only two people they know who can see these imaginary creatures. And he runs almost this retirement home for them where these poor things are trying to reconnect with their lost children. They feel forgotten, they feel like they have no use left, and so she decides, look, I'm going to add some joie de vivre back to them and reconnect them with their ex-kids.
I
along
love
with Ryan Reynolds.
everything about everything you're saying.
And so now both of you are wondering,
better not ruin
why
this for
is
us.
JP looking so like
You look guilty, bro. You look guilty.
I'm not guilty at all, man. Like so look, saying that you're comparing yourself to Pixar is a big ask to begin with, and I'm saying a movie can't do that. But Pixar is more than just copying the look of something, which we're seeing a lot of here. Really what we're looking at in a lot of ways is an empty carcass, because something at the heart of Pixar makes you can watch a Pixar movie with little robots, you can see teacups reunited, and it would make you weep, and you're forgetting that you're looking at teacups. It doesn't matter what you're looking at. Don't confuse it with the look here. Pixar is a feeling that they capture so well, and this unfortunately is a lot of a mess in a lot of ways. So it's very uneven in a lot of scenes. The character will go from one mood to another, and it's like, what is the logical progression? How did he go from going, I'm glad you came back to me, to going, I think you should leave now, kind of thing. So it's very off kilter. It's not very organically sort of like flowing.
This is Robbie being. Sorry.
Oh my word! Can we just? I know it's live TV, but can you just rewind there and do a slow mo? Rob.
They disagree about a lot of movies, no doubt.
This is where JP is being a movie critic.
No, for sure. So you might just be a parent looking for something colourful for your kids to see, and that's fine. But I worry a bit about a movie sometimes going, who are we trying to appeal to here? So you've got Steve Carell, who did Gru in The Minions, and he's excellent at that. He's a great voice actor. But it seems like they're so intent on going, no, just do Steve Carell so that Graham can recognize you. Just do Emily Blunt so that Zoe can recognize you. It's like, okay, cool. So then at least write something that's... It's a movie that's spread itself too thin. You've got deeply talented people, a huge amount of them. You've got a poor kid who I don't think is given enough guidance by John Krasinski, because she comes across as wooden and very low in range a lot of the time. Anyway, all around, a bit of a mess for me, but for parents, maybe a win. And for fans of The Office, have a look at this, the reunion of Friends.
Blue is played by Steve Carell, who happens to be a dear friend. We actually worked together on this little thing a long time ago.
So good to see you. Oh my lord, I was just telling you guys, has it been years? Years. I'm glad we're getting it. This is so intimate.
I just love that this is the 5th take, and you did great on this.
All right, let me try one more.
Okay. Oh, so anyway, I haven't seen Steve in, geez, this gotta be...
Oh my god! Oh my god! Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh.
You look very nice, by
You
the
do
way.
too. Anyway, almost every kid has one. We say if. Get it? Imaginary friend. That was great.
Okay, that just makes me want to go rewatch The Office.
I'm just feeling all sorts of warm and fuzzy feelings inside of me that I think you're going to kill right now, JP Sebastian. So we've learned to manage our expectations when it comes to these films.
Look at me.
And you giving popcorn. So I'm going to say take this with a pinch of salt, but we know where you're coming from.
I'm not a dad. I'm not the one who's going to have to take sweet
got no
little cute ones to, yes, or no Robbie of my own. So today, maybe parents want to go see it, not for JP, however, 4 out of 10, because a movie that stretches itself too thin, too much talent, too much CG, too much trying to replicate larger, more ambitious projects. John Krasinski bit off more than he could chew here. But yeah, maybe fine enough for the kids.
Oh, I'm still going to go see it. He still gave one of my favorite movies a 6 out of 10, and it's still my favorite movie to this day.
I know, but don't feel judged. Don't feel like less of a moviegoer. JP Sebastian goes deep, and he goes hard into these subject matters to make
Inflation has gotten to JP.
That's right.
We love it, buddy. Thank you so much for doing a deep dive with this one. We absolutely love you. It sounds like JP could use a friend, imaginary or otherwise. But if the sound of this weekend's big silver screen release has got you as excited as us, and your imagination is now fully activated, maybe whisk the kids off for some animated fun.